Welcome to Stamping with Melva. I'm Melva Peters and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from British Columbia, Canada. And you can find me online at stampingwithmelva.com. It's Tuesday night, and so therefore I'm here with a sketch challenge for you. But first of all, I have to tell you some news. So last week I told you that I was working hard to earn the Stampin' Up! Incentive trip. I was so thrilled last year to earn it. Less than 1% of demonstrators worldwide. So there's 50,000 or so demonstrators worldwide, and less than 50%, or less than 1%, 50%, less than 1% of them earn the incentive trip. So I've been working hard to do that. And I offered a promotion where I sent anybody who put an order in with me the make and take kit for my sketch challenge. And then depending on how much your order was, I included festive pearls and perhaps an embossing folder. So I was so excited, and thank you so much to those people who put orders in. I did not expect it, but on Monday I earned the incentive trip. I am so excited, and so thank you so much. But I wanted to tell you that I had said that I would have this promotion through the end of August as I worked to earning the incentive trip. So I'm going to stick to that. So if you do put orders in through the end of August, I am going to, this week, I'm going to offer a make and take kit, as well as a package of the adhesive back seasonal sequins, which I don't have a full package, but these are amazing sequins in garden green, sweet sorbet, gold, and white, kind of iridescent white. And also, and I don't know if you can see this is the Whimsical Woodland embossing folder. So again, if you put an order of $35 in, I'll send you the make and take kit. $65, you'll get the make and take kit and the seasonal sequence, and $120 you will get all three. So I've earned the incentive trip, but I'm going to still give you this promotion because I said I would do it through the end of August. Anyway, so I am using tonight the Apple Harvest stamp set, as well as, I'm trying to see what the dies are called because I don't know. Oops. I don't know what the, oh, there they are. I'm trying to find my packaging. Here it is. These are probably called something like Apple Blossom dies. So starting in September, Stampin' Up! Is bringing out dies that coordinate with stamp sets that are either in the mini or the annual catalog. So this is a stamp set that is in the current mini catalog. And so starting in September, you will be able to get the dies that coordinate with this one, with the Yeti to Party, the Piggy one. Trying to think of the ones. There's the Christmas one that's in the annual catalog. Anyway, there are 6 different stamp sets that you will get the coordinating dies, and they are only available in the month of September. So I thought I would pull them out and give you a sneak peek of these Apple Blossom dies and coordinate with this Apple Harvest stamp set. I've had my eye on this stamp set, so when the dies came out, it was a perfect opportunity. All right, let me switch over and we'll get started. Hey, Lynette. Hey, I'm not sure who that is. I'm thinking it's Catherine who skipped out on call tonight. But I can't actually, I can only see Facebook user. All right, so this is the Apple Harvest stamp set. It's a rubber stamp set. These images are at 90%, so they're a little smaller than what the actual stamp is. But just some really pretty stamps with the apple and the little apple blossoms. I love this one, the little crisscross. And then some really pretty sentiments. They're quite small sentiments, which is kind of nice because sometimes you just need a little tiny sentiment to put on. And then the dies. Look at these amazing dies. I don't know how many there are. There are 25 dies. Wow. Nice banner, stitched banner, a scallop, and then a ton of 2 different sizes of leaves, and then the apple blossoms, the middle for the flowers, and then the bigger ones to cut out, and then a branch. Really pretty. So I'm going to use this tonight. Let me show you my sketch. Hey, baby, welcome. Yeah. Hey, Lee. All right, so here's the sketch. It's pretty simple. Lots of ways you can do this. So your card base is either 5.5 by 8.5 or 4 1/4 by 11. Your first layer is 3 3/4 by 5, and then your second layer is 3 inches by 4 1/4, and then a banner piece that's about a 1/2 inch by 3 inches. And you can make that bigger or smaller depending on the size. So it's a pretty simple sketch. There's lots that you could do with this. So let me show you what I'm going to do with it. I've got a piece of thick very vanilla cardstock. I don't use very vanilla very often, but sometimes it just feels like it's right. So mine's 4 1/4 by 11. So I'm scoring it at 5 1/2. If you did yours 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, you would score it at 4 1/4. Grab your bone folder. This is the side I scored on. This is the raised line. So always fold into that raised line or into the mountain. Crease. All right, so then I cut 2 pieces. These are my layer 1 and 2, and I have used these deckled rectangles. Now, these have become a staple for me. So I've used the largest one and the second, I think it's, no, sorry, the largest one and the third largest one. So that cut the garden green, and this one cut. This is the designer series paper from the Gingham Cottage, and I just thought this plaid was really pretty in garden green. So I've already gone ahead and cut these out. So this is kind of going to be your card front. And then I've got a piece of very vanilla. I did go ahead and cut one of these. This is about 1/2 inch wide and probably close to 3 inches. It's a little longer, but it's going to curl across the bottom. And then I did cut out these really pretty apple blossom, just some of these and some leaves. I thought I'd see what I could do with those. But the stamp I'm going to use is this one that's got the apple partly cut. All right, so let's stamp in Tuxedo Black. Now I'm actually going to use a sponge dauber tonight to add some color instead of using my blends. So we'll see how this goes. There we go. So let me grab one sponge dauber. Let me grab another one. So I have some Pear Pizzazz. So I'm just gonna see how I can do. I may kind of go over the line, but that's okay. It's kind of gonna be a little bit abstract. So I'm just gonna take my sponge dauber and just kind of color in. You could use your blends. And I'm not worrying if I gonna go over the line. That's kind of, you know, if that bothers you, then you probably want to use your blends to color. Hey, Nancy. All right, so now let's take, I'm going to just take some polished pink first. And I just want to do, I only want it really pale. I'm going to kind of take most of the color off and just a little bit of color. And again, I'm going to make this, I don't know what kind of apple it is that's kind of got a pink inside, but my apple's going to have just a little bit of color. Oh, I missed a leaf here, so let's just try and take this and put some green on that leaf. All right, so now let's take, this is going to be real red because I want to make the outside of this apple red. All right, there we go. Now, before I close the pink, I am going to take this sponge dauber, kind of clean off. And these flowers that I cut, I just want to add a little bit of color to them. So I'm just going to take and add a little bit of color. kind of like it that these are quick and easy when you use your sponge dauber. You could use your blending brushes. Oh, Pink Lady, that may be it, Nancy. Gosh, you're a wealth of information. Wow. Yes, it might be a Pink Lady. All right, so now let me find the dies. This is the one I want. I'm going to pull it off the sticky. The first time you've used your dies, they stick really well. All right, so we're going to cut this, and I'm going to just take a little bit of Post-it note tape and just kind of hold this in place. We have apple trees. We have some of the apple trees that grow different kinds of apples in our yard. I don't think we have a Pink Lady though. We have a Fuji and Macintosh and some of the ones that you're used to, more common ones, I guess. All right, so we're going to cut this out. So if you do get one of these make and take kits and you don't have this stamp set, I'm going to give you a piece of cardstock so that you can cut or stamp any image out. Or you can get the stamp set and then wait until you've got it to be able to cut. All right, so let's see what we can do. These flowers just look way too pretty not to use them. I don't know what exactly I'm gonna. Just kind of auditioning things here. Probably should have cut some of the middles that there is for the flowers, but I didn't. Not too bad. Okay, I'm thinking, are these really, I need 1, 2, there are these middles for the flowers. So let me cut these out because I think I need these. And I'm going to cut them out of the very vanilla. Let's put this off to the side. And I'm just going to bring in my mini. And let's just cut a piece of this. Oops. I'm just going to cut this so it'll fit into my mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Save me bringing the big one in. All right, so we're gonna do, I've got 3 of these flowers, so I've got 2 of the big centers and 1 of the little centers. And I'll lose the dies. All right, there's 1, 2, 3 dies. Good, haven't lost them. Paper, and then these. Grab my take your pick tool because these are stuck to my. There we go. Ooh, static. There we go. All right, so let's see if I can take my sponge dauber with some petal pink and make these kind of pink. There we go. Give them a little extra color. Oops. So they show up on my flower. There we go. All right, let's bring this back in. I'm just going to use just a little dot of liquid glue, hopefully. This is a new liquid glue, so hopefully that's a little dot. Oh, not so much on that one. I think a glue dot would just be a little bit too big. So this putty end is so useful. So let's take and just put, yeah, I think this will just kind of pop these flowers and just make them a little bit brighter. There we go. Okay, so let's take and put this on. So next week for the sketch challenge, I will be in New Orleans for the Stampin' Up! Backstage event. So you can stay tuned. I will be doing probably some lives when we're down there. But I am going to pre-record a sketch for you. So it will come on at the same time next week, but it will be pre-recorded. It will look just like I'm live, except that I won't be checking comments. I will check comments afterwards. So if you have questions or comments, I will respond to them afterwards. But the sketch will go live, and then the sketch drawing will actually post a little later. So just in case, yeah, I just thought that I will get that pre-recorded and then posted so that it will just look like I have gone live. I've never done one before, so we'll see how it goes. All right, I'm going to use the stamp that says, I think it says, hope you are feeling better. And I'm going to stamp it in garden green. And I hope that this is going to be straight. Okay, because I don't have the label on quite yet. Yeah, not too bad. Always surprised when I get it fairly straight. So I'll just let that sit for a minute. That's going to go across like that. I think I'll pop it up with some dimensionals. It's quite long, so maybe 3, 4, 4, so I don't have a saggy middle on my sentiment. So we'll put this on first. Looking for my sketch. It's supposed to go kind of like that. Okay. Now, put this on with some dimensionals. Can never have too many dimensionals on a card. Let's put that like that. I've forgotten how I had this, so. So we'll pop that up. Oops, I'm going to use a mini dimensional on these. I think that center's too big or too small for a regular size dimensional. All right, and you could use your bone folder to make these flowers, kind of the petals pop on these flowers, but I'm just gonna do them like this. There we go. Now, I had some ribbon here. I'm not sure if it needs ribbon or not. I think I won't put ribbon on it, but I do have some of these are the opal rounds in the In Colors from last year, the new In Colors. So this is the polished pink ones, and I think I will put some of those on instead. So let's just take and put some of these there. Okay, I think that's kind of pretty. And it was so quick and easy. Now, I do want to stamp on the in. Oh, I forgot to put my leaves on. So let's take a glue dot. There they are. And let's put some of these leaves, and I'm just going to put them on here. So I don't know, this works for me, this tip. Often when I've got little bits, little pieces, die cuts, I take and put them on my glue dots, so that they don't go away. I don't lose them. I just find that these little dies cuts often disappear on me, and then I go to put my card together and I don't have it. So just take your roll of glue dots and stick them on a glue dot, and then they're all set to go when you need them. So I'm just kind of taking and putting some of these leaves like that. There we go. These leaves are really cool because not only do they cut the leaf out, they actually cut the veins as well, just little cuts into them. So there, I think that's kind of a pretty card. What do you guys think? All right, so the last thing I want to do is stamp, and I grabbed this is that crisscross. So let's just put a little bit of that on the inside. So this is being, let's see what it looks like. Oh yeah, okay. Let's just take and that. There, kind of looks like a heart. Probably should have turned it the other way. But it's kind of fun just to do some stamping on the inside. I like it when I have a card base that I actually don't have to put any basic white or very vanilla on the inside. So there we go. I think that's kind of a pretty card. So there's my sketch. Hope you guys like it. Hey Susan, just catching up. And Nancy, welcome. Another Nancy. 2 Nancys. All right. So that was my sketch for tonight. I hope you like it. The sketch will go live on Facebook and Instagram with the measurements in just under 10 minutes. I think it goes live at 7 p.m. If not, it goes at 7:30, but I think it goes live just after 7. So you'll be able to get the sketch and play along. And if you're part of my Facebook group, don't forget to post your cards. I'd love to see what you're creating, and you might get some happy mail from me at the end of the month. All right, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it. I will be back on Thursday night with a mystery challenge. I think we're going to do a color challenge this week. I haven't decided what the colors are, but I think we're going to do a color challenge. So stay tuned. Come back and see me on Thursday night at 6:30 Pacific. Thanks, everybody. Happy stamping. Bye.